everybody? Welcome back to Wrestling Rampage. I'm Joey, and today, guys, I got a package in the mail right here, and we're going to go ahead and unbox this for you guys. Let's go ahead and take a little peeker inside. It looks like a Sega Genesis game. So let's go ahead and see what we got, guys. And it is... boom. This is for the Sega Genesis, made by Acclaim. This is Virtual Bart by The Simpsons. And the cart looks in pretty good shape, like the label-wise. Looks in really good shape. Pins look like they work pretty well. Look like they're cleaned. It did say that it was clean and tested, so it should work. Let's look at the back. Pretty damn good condition. I almost dropped it there. Pretty damn good condition. There's a little nick right there, but you know, you can't complain sometimes when it comes in. You don't know if maybe it was shipping that done it or what have you. So glad to have this back in my collection. This came out in 1994. Very glad to have this because I've been on a Genesis kick lately. I've been playing some of my old Genesis games. And if you guys watched one of the previous Genesis games that I got, it was The Incredible Hulk. And I grew up playing that game. I grew up playing the Sega Genesis. That's the system I actually grew up playing when I was a kid. Like when I was like 5, even 6 years old, I was playing the Sega Genesis. And, you know, in 1994 I was 4. So I was, you know, you don't remember stuff all the time, but you do remember certain things. I remember playing The Incredible Hulk. I remember playing this game, Virtual Bart. So, and of course, you know, over time you lose things. And I lost a lot of my Sega Genesis collection way back in the day. And this is one of the games that I remember. This game is a badass game if you guys ever played it. It's like a mini game of The Simpsons. Like you're Bart, you go into like a science like a science fair, and you go through different things. Like you're a dinosaur. There's one where you're a baby. The dinosaur when you got to climb on rocks and stuff, and you got to save Maggie. And then, like, there's one where you're a baby and you have to, like, jump on tree branches and try to catch ice cream bars. There's one where you're just Bart and you're throwing tomatoes as your... that one's actually my favorite mini game on here, is the tomato one. We actually throw tomatoes at your classmates because it's picture day. And you can even throw tomatoes at Mrs. Kabopple and Mr. Skinner on the game too. I mean, it's a badass game if you guys ever played. There's one where Bart's a pig and you gotta unlock different pigs. A lot of different games. I swear this game is fun as hell. If you guys ever played this game, I suggest you try to pick it up. The game is not that cheap. What I mean by cheap is like less than $5. This game usually sells on eBay around $20. Yeah, pretty pricey game, especially if the cart's in great shape. Sometimes it even comes with a manual and a case. I don't care if it comes with a manual or a case. I just care that I actually have the cartridge. Like when it comes to cartridge games, as long as I have the cartridge, I'm fine. I'm not one of those guys that I have to have a complete everything. Because I actually shop at Goodwill a lot, so like most of the time, well, not most of the time, some of the time when I buy games there, they're not having manuals with them or whatever. I don't really find cart games too much, like cartridge games too much at Goodwill. Mostly like Game Boy games more than anything, but very awesome to have this in my collection. I actually got this on eBay. A person was selling it for, I think they were selling it for like $8 and $4 for shipping, so I paid $12 for it. Not bad, considering it's like a $20 game. So I saved like $8. But very fun ass game if you guys ever. You can actually find this on the Super Nintendo too, but I actually grew up playing it on the Genesis, and of course I'd rather have the Genesis. But you know, some people like the Super Nintendo. I mean, I like the Super Nintendo too, but if I had to choose between Super Nintendo and Genesis, I'll choose Genesis all day long, because that's the system I grew up playing as a kid. So if you guys enjoyed this video, give us a thumbs up. If you guys did, don't forget to like us on Facebook, facebook.com/WrestlingRampage2. Follow us on Twitter at WrestleRampage. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more great videos coming to you each and every day right here from one of the best damn wrestling YouTube channels going today, Wrestling Rampage. And we'll see you guys next time.